Hey, I got that salsa. I got that salsa. And AJ's here. Forecast report UFC Vegas 114. What a night it was. It was absolutely electric. And now the forecast report is going to be even better. We got AJ on this show. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, y'all? Man, I'm doing amazing. Hella kind of early, but no, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling ready. Last night was amazing, amazing overall. Whether it's fights, how the fights went, or if you did some bets and parlays. I think last night was like a really good night for everybody. So it was good.
Especially you. I was checking out that Instagram and the stories. A lot of wins there from you last night. You were shining. Now you're waking and baking. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yes, sir. Yeah, we went 5 for 5 on yesterday's parlays. All posted on the story, all posted on Discord as well. So not like anything was hidden, of course. And yeah, luckily we're able to hit for 5 for 5. So really fortunate and blessed. Can't say much on that.
And we both had that Sosa, and he got it done, thankfully. What a fight. Both of them had. And we got that nacho. We got that nachos. Breakfast, nachos, salsa. Let's go. I had 11 picks correct. That's much better than 6 picks correct, which is what I said on the last show, AJ. This is a much better event for picks, parlays, bets, everything. Even the entertainment. We had a great fucking week. And this week, I did the picks a little different. I faded out the losers on this one. It looks a little cleaner. Dog of the week was Bruno Fieta in that one. It went to a split decision, and the locks are locked for my Patreon. So you can join that, become a platinum forecaster each and every month. My 4 locks were the 2 Sosas, Delgado, and the Argentinian Kevin Vallejos. I put a 4-unit bet for 11.4 units. This was like the only bet that hit for me, AJ, only parlay that really came through. But I put it down and it was profitable, covered my ass, which is what I usually like to do with the locks of the week, which is why I have them locked up on Patreon. Like last year, I had the locks given out free each and every week, and it was pretty easy for people to tail along, bet the fighters I was locked in on the money line, and take a heavy bet, which was my main bet for Patreon members. It wasn't really fair. I had to lock that up this year.
That's really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was a little sad. I should have I kind of wanted to put Souza on a parlay. I just thought like him and Oki was going to be a really close fight, which it kind of was at one point.
Oh yeah.
Both guys landed like a shot where it kind of dropped each other, but Souza just kept pushing with that cardio and that energy, and just eventually got him that performance of the night bonus. So well deserved.
Well deserved. It looked like his Dana White Contender Series fight came back in round 3, got the KO. Crazy stuff.
Good stuff.
Become a forecaster, all platforms. AJ, you're also on Instagram. Seeing those stories, people have to follow you on there ASAP.
Just peep it out, y'all. Just peep it out.
Now, Delgado, one of the locks of the week, AJ. He went to a split decision. People called this one a robbery. But honestly, Andre Fili got those takedowns like the very last second of each and every round. He didn't do much with them. I don't think it was enough to give him the fight. Yeah, he had 4 for 6 takedowns, but little control time, did little with it on the feet. Delgado just done enough, I think. What do you feel on this one?
No, I think you're right 100%. If you actually go back and watch this fight, you can honestly see in probably every single round that honestly, Delgado got up probably within a good 10 seconds after getting taken down. There was maybe one in the second round where it took him like maybe a minute and a half, almost 2 to get up. But the overall story is that it was at the end of the round. Didn't do much with it. Wasn't doing no ground and pound. Wasn't trying to like lock up a submission. Wasn't even trying to change positions. He was just keeping him there. Delgado was able to get up. He actually, I feel like, was able to win the second and third round, and really just was able to not really lock up, but I would say kind of just control. Did a lot of good teep kicks, but shots to the body overall, to where he was able to just be pretty much, I think, double digits in all areas, where Andre Fili wasn't. Also in that first round too, Andre Fili did get that nice knockdown. But just with that being said, I think the second and third round went to him. And then if you just look at the aspects that we just talked about, I think that's what gives Delgado the split decision. And man, I'm very thankful because I put Delgado on every single play. So I'm very, very grateful. But yeah, it was a way closer
Hey,
fight
man.
all the boys thought about. So yeah, luckily he was able to pull out for the win.
And unfortunately, another split decision. Wasn't able to go my way. Energy pulled it out, though. Bruno Silva, he went to a split decision. We're going to take a look at this scorecard, AJ. This one really could have went either way. I'm not going to complain too much, but the forward pressure was on the Bruno Silva side, my underdog. Thought he would have edged out some of those rounds. Nothing crazy for Charles Johnson to steal him the fight. Judges liked him. He got it done here.
Yeah, I know. I to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I really like Charles Johnson. He's my guy. I didn't want to touch this fight at all, just because I know like how the boys were talking about this is gonna be a close fight. I wanted to bet him, but I just couldn't do it. I knew it was kind of gonna be like a coin flip, and it kind of damn near was. I know a lot of people did say there was like a robbery on this one. When you look at the stats though, you see all the red. I mean, you kind of do give it to Johnson, of course. But I mean, when you also do factor in the what was it? Well, control that was there, but he didn't get. Did he get takedowns? No takedowns. So yeah, I wouldn't. It's a tough one, but I would honestly say Charles Johnson did the right thing. He edged it. Just towards the end, though, Bruno Silva was looking real good because he kind of was starting to put on that, that pressure and all that aggressive content on him. So yeah, but yeah, I'm happy. I chose Charles Johnson, like I told you guys. So yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, the cage control for Bruno and accurate takedowns didn't do him much good. Charles was very accurate on the feet here, doing what he normally does, going to a decision, getting it done.
True.
Good fight, close fight. We knew it was going to be super close. Unfortunately, couldn't grab that plus money. The Hulk this week, though, damn, he won this week and did not win last week when we thought he would. Ion Kutalaba, didn't see that coming.
Oh man, I wanted.
But we did. But we kind of did because we talked about it on the prop fiends as a joke.
It's crazy that the money line went up so much. I think when we were talking about him, he was like a minus 270, 280. And then during when I saw him at his money line was a minus 320. And I thought it was worth it. At one point, I thought he maybe just, got better. But actually, you want to know what kind of made me like come back a little bit and be like, actually, no. I remember he's a French fighter.
Yeah, the Frenchies.
No offense, there's a couple good ones. Zaim.
Yeah, I was also worried about that Alonzo Manyfield fight. He was pretty hesitant. His level of competition on the regional scene, pretty low caliber too. So him being a Frenchie on top of all that, there's so many reasons to maybe fade Umar C. I didn't really see it coming though.
Not at all. Not the way that the finish came.
No.
Kutabala really was able to lock in that good submission, and as you saw, Sai just tapped immediately. So not much you can do in that type of situation. So yeah, Kutabala, man, he he always proves to fight for your dollar every time he's an underdog. So yeah,
he does fight for your dollar. And in that one, looking at the props pre-fight, I think Umar C was most likely to win by submission. That was the lowest number out of the decision, knockout, and submission prop. The lowest odds were on submission. It was like 3-1. And then Kutalaba goes out there and subs him round one. And it looked like Umar C made a mistake, didn't really know what he was doing down there.
Exactly.
Yeah, so crazy that he was most likely to win by sub in that one and then got submitted. The prelim king is prelim Tim. He cashed another one, Pierre Rodriguez, in a revenge fight. This was cut and dry, though. Very easy win. First fight of the night. She did exactly what she did last time versus Sam Hughes.
Yeah, she did. She did pretty amazing. I'm not going to lie.
And UN prelim Tim did amazing on the Prop Fiend show. 2 for 3 on the props, AJ. Let's talk about a few. You had Rahiki, KO, Majtelbek oral by decision. Was that yours?
Yeah, both of those.
Fire. And you went 2 for 3 the Prop Fiends event before. So you're on an absolute heater.
Let's go.
Follow on Instagram, all platforms. Prop Fiends are live each and every event, every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you for being forecasted. Now it's the segment of Sent to the Shadow Realm. I'm not counting in these submission losses.
God damn.
Rendon, she got submitted pretty quick. Montserrat Rendon there.
Yeah.
But Josh Emmett main event, he got smoked round 1, and then Bellagio Key round 3. Good night. Holy smoke.
It was pretty bad for both guys. I will give it up to Mesquita though. She literally caught Rendon with that nice little, I think it was a right little jab that just put her down, and then she was able to start getting that control. It felt like with that one, it sent her to the shadow realm too. So that was a pretty good one as well. But as far as these guys go, yeah, Oki got third round TKO. Pretty, it was a pretty good war, I would say. But yeah, you could tell he was tired. His opponent Sosa just kept putting that pressure on him, laying that one good punch, knockout, and then Josh Emmett too, hopping around too much, couldn't get anything going against Kevin Vallejos, and then but I think it's something else. I think his last name's actually pronounced something else. I remember, but yeah, he did amazing. I think Josh Emmett. Yeah, I hope he still fights. I think he just got a new contract signed, but yeah, hopefully he just gets better competition. I would say.
You think Josh Emmett's going to stick around for a bit? He's not retiring?
Nah, I don't think so. He seemed pretty motivated from everything I remember seeing about him this week. Fight week, he was pretty happy. Like I said, he just signed like a new fight contract, so I'm not sure. Maybe like 2-3 fights. Maybe that was the first one. So he has maybe a couple more he'll probably come back from. But hopefully they give him some guys that's like around his age, like a Nico Price or Alex Moraine. I know they're probably like retired, but something on the lines of that.
Yeah, someone in that vicinity, because right now, 1 win out of his last 6, 3-fight losing streak, last 2 fights finished in round 1 with
All the young guys too.
little to no fight.
All to the
Yeah,
young guys.
yeah, like Ilya, Lerone Murphy, Yusuf Zalal, Kevin Vallejos. He beat Bryce
Exactly.
Mitchell. But yeah, he's getting handed the toughest in the division. He's 41. He can't be handling that competition. It's uncompetitive, as we've seen in that main event last night. It was a very uncompetitive fight, to say the least, but we were very confident Vallejos would finally get it done. Those underdogs were barking in the main event. Look at Loner Kavanagh, Sean Strickland. It was time for a favorite to Fiend the win, and he
Exactly.
rightfully did.
Exactly.
What a jawbreaker fight this was, AJ. Holy shit. Hardwick had a hard chin, but it broke eventually.
You got to give it up to the guy. I want to give him a lot of respect. That was like my biggest thing too for Hardwick going into this fight. I just never thought he was just good. I never thought he was like all that durable, especially with all the leg kicks that he took. I thought that was pretty weak in his last fight. Even though, hey, easier said than done. I know I'd probably be like done after 2 leg kicks. So,
And he was mixing it into his game this fight too.
Exactly, and he showed real good durability. But yeah, just with that being said, like Rahiki, man, he was literally throwing some lightning shots. As you can tell from this photo, Hardwick was literally just eating those. He stayed in the pocket. He wasn't wasn't scared unless he got real wobbled. And then ended up in the second round having to tell his team, hey, like I can't even take my mouthpiece out. My shit's broken. I can't even like clamp. So, yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna say that's a quitting move, but like I understand because you just don't want to make it a whole lot worse. But yeah, I think it would be good to see him in one more fight in the UFC because he gained a lot of respect from me. But yeah, I kind of knew it'd be something on those lines.
Yeah, he easily could have quit at any point during the round, let alone finish the round out. Hardwick has hurt, and he definitely deserves another fight inside of the UFC. I actually took a little bet on him on the money line. Rahiki was a new fighter to the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Big spot. I wasn't sure how he would turn out. You had to do a little hedge bet on Hardwick because I was really hard on him on my full card prediction show. Like you said, he looked bad in his debut. I really faded him. And then I thought, you know what? I was probably too hard on Hardwick. No pun intended. So I had to cover my ass, put a little hedge bet down. And he wasn't looking too bad round 1. Round 1, he might have won the round, to be honest.
Yeah,
then he started getting hit more and more. And then it was like, oh, God.
I'm not gonna lie, when he was hitting Rahiki a little bit, I was like, oh shit, is this really gonna be like one of those situations to where Like they look really bad, but then they come back and like really just do really good. You know, I know I've seen
I
a
was
couple.
feeling that.
I've seen a couple of those performances before. I know you have as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, shout out to Hardwick. Great fight. He did amazing. I just knew Rahiki was really going to be on that level because when I saw that contender series fight, his opponent didn't want to strike with him. It was more of like a straight wrestling type of match. But then did hit Rahiki with a good one on a lucky shot. But Rahiki coming into this fight just showed a lot of good skills. Not only does he throw good punches, but he'll also get you to the body, maybe get your legs a little bit.
You can
He was
grapple.
and he grappled a little bit, so he seems a little bit solid everywhere. I know there's gonna probably be a couple of those fights where he's gonna get dominated and he's gonna get taught a lesson or two, but just from what we've seen in that fight, he seems pretty solid.
Yeah, very solid fighter, well-rounded, good skill sets, and kind of like Kevin Vallejos, very accurate with his strikes, powerful, seems seasoned for a young age. So these prospects keep getting better and better. I can't wait for Dana White's Contender Series this year.
Sure.
Because this kid, after losing on Dana White's Contender Series to Gene Silva, he goes out, styles with a 20-punch combination with a soda. Now he's looking like Ilya Taporia. Not going to lie, on the feet, his boxing's clean. His build and frame kind of looks like Ilya. And honestly, he could be a future champ off Dana White's Contender Series. What a fight. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. And he has done exactly what he was supposed to do in almost every fight he's been in. 24 years old. Ceiling's high, AJ.
What I can say on Kevin, honestly, I'll give him a lot of credit, especially being at what is he like 25 years old, I believe.
Yeah, maybe 24 still.
25, 24 still. That's something. This kid, when you watch him fight, just like how I was watching the commentary, it's gonna pretty much be saying like whatever. I remember what they said last night, so I kind of remembered it in a way. But no, if you look at just like how Kevin Vallejos fights and everything, not only does he just like have really good boxing, but he has like just good, or not just good, but I would say very good foundations and fundamentals. And what I mean by that is like his IQ when going into fights is what most fighters lack sometimes, and that's kind of could be the line for dividing you to being really good or great when it comes to the UFC. If you watch every single one of those punches that he was hitting Josh Emmett with, and even going back to previous fights where his last fight was a lot closer, I think it went all the rounds. He literally like hits the opponent square on the dot. All his shots just seem really accurate. He doesn't really miss a sound or miss a beat, and that's where just the IQ comes from. And then his fundamentals, like when it just comes to like head movement, his boxing style, moving the feet really well, and also just kind of knowing like he's just aggressive. So I like his style a lot. He doesn't really seem to back down. Really durable too. Kid's durable as well. If he gets into those type of wars, I think he's not a quitter. Just like how we seen in that Contender Series fight with Gene Silva, but he hasn't had that type of war since. So that's what I'm saying. Like he could get into one of those battles and really work out. So honestly, I think his next opponent's gonna probably be a top 10. I'm just not sure exactly who is available at the moment and who would be an option. But I think he can honestly fucking win that top 10 matchup, and maybe the next one could be a little bit too much. But I think
Zalal.
well, you said Zalal?
Yeah.
He's fighting
They
Aljamain.
both ran through Emmett. That'd be a good one.
That's true, but he's fighting Aljamain, so I think if ooh, yeah, you're right actually. So as Zalal does
Maybe
lose,
shortly after that one, or the loser of that one, he can take the loser of that one.
if he wants to wait. Because what isn't that one in like 2 months from now, maybe a month?
Yeah, it's not too far away. It's
okay. Yeah, so
a month
Kevin,
or two away for Aljo and Zalal.
depending on the damage of how Zalal takes, that can honestly be a good. That's a good shout out to you. That's a very good choice. Him and Zalal would be a good one.
Might be too long of a wait, like you said, though, for Vallejos because he wants to get in there quick.
Exactly. He didn't even get hurt. He didn't even get hurt.
No, he never got touched.
Didn't even get touched. I think what the people said too. It was if you look at the punches, I think it was 42-2.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see.
He had
I
that
can
fight
see
with
the.
Danny Silva. It went the distance. That's why I kind of thought, maybe Josh Emmett would hold up. That's the one that went 15 with Vallejos and Danny Silva. But then he knocked out Giga with that spinning back elbow, back fist. He looked pretty vicious there. And then he just goes above and beyond what he did in that last fight. The Danny Silva one was the decision where we're like, yeah, he's not going to run through everyone, and that's why I did take decision Vallejos as my value prop this week. I thought Emmett would hold up, but the kid's legit, man.
Kid's legit. I give it
Kid's
to him.
legit. Yeah, he's getting top 5, top 10 next, 100%. And future champ, I'm gonna call it. I think he will hold UFC gold in the UFC. I'm
And
calling.
also too, I think 100K bonus as well.
Oh, that'd be good for him at his age right now.
He just got it. Yeah,
He's constantly making improvements, man, and that 100K is going to help hell of a lot.
he
Now,
deserves.
you said Josh Emmett ain't retiring, but I said his next opponent is going to be Grimace or Jason Voorhees. You know what? I think he's going to retire because he just got smoked his last 2 fights, lost 3 consecutive, 1 win out of his last 6. But this is more of a joke that he should retire. Maybe he has a couple fights left, but I have no clue who he should fight. Normally, with this segment, I actually have realistic opponents. I call Diego Lopez and Steve Garcia matchup. But seriously, I don't know what Emmett should do now. AJ, maybe you have an idea.
Is there like I was just I think we said it a little bit before we hopped on live, but so I think Josh Emmett at this point, because honestly, he shouldn't retire. I think the contract that he signed, honestly, is maybe a 2-fight contract, 3 at most. So that one just happened. It just happened. So I think he does have one more underneath his belt. But wasn't he still ranked in the division?
Oh yeah, he's still ranked. Let's go take a look at the bottom 15 of the UFC featherweight division. Maybe he can stop someone there. Be a little gatekeeper. Just stay out of the top 10 or stop fighting these young contenders.
Exactly, because that's the thing he should really hang his hat on. He's been really going against like some really like top guys, and not only with these top guys, like they're all up and coming. They're all starting to make a name for themselves. Whether it's like Steve Garcia,
Mel
um,
Costa.
Mel Costa, just
Who
young
needs
Kevin
to get out
Blake.
of the top 15? Looking at the top 15 right now. I think Josh Emmett needs out of the top 15. He can hold like 16th.
Who do we got at 14th and 15th?
Kevin Vallejos, it says he's at 14 here in front of me. Pitbull 13, and David Onama 15. So I
Yeah.
would say like Emmett's the guy that holds 16th place, and if you get past him, you can fight like bottom 15 in the ranks to get a number.
He'll
But
probably
first, you have to get past Emmett.
he'll probably go down to like 14 or 15 now. He'll probably still have a number.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think going if you are you looking at the lineup still?
Yeah.
Who's like a little bit under? Does it go down? Does it show any more names or no?
No.
Oh darn it.
It would on
Yeah.
Tapology. Might be able to check there, but yeah, I
Nah.
don't have that in front of me.
I honestly that's perfect though. That's kind of perfect though if you look at it. So yeah, I would honestly say this point for Josh Emmett, he would honestly have to fight someone that's out of the division because they're gonna want to go for his number. And no offense, but I would try to put him against like just like someone that's around his age. I know 41's not, you can't really find that, but maybe someone that's like 35 or, you know,
Grimace would be a good matchup. He'd probably get him out of there quick.
he would. Probably. Actually, I don't know. I'll give it 10 minutes. I'll give him a chance a little bit.
Yeah, Grimace has good takedown defense, but I think Emmett would be able to find a body shot pretty easily.
Just on the stand up, it'd be like a wrestler and striker type of deal. I feel like Josh Emmett was looking good a little bit. You kept bouncing around. It's just you couldn't get nothing going on Kevin. So not much. I'm not gonna blame him as much as this and that, but just gotta maybe reevaluate some things. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
it was one. It was a great one. Shout out to Kevin.
Yeah, shout out to Vallejos. Shout out to the prop fiends. AJ, Prelim, Tim, 2 for 3 this week. AJ, 2 for 3 in the last 2 weeks on an absolute heater. Plug it out, AJ. Where can they find you?
Yeah, just on Instagram right now, you guys. I post all sport content in a way. I just posted up a couple parlays for Sunday today, so everything's always on my story or on my Instagram. So just go check it out. Everything's there weekly. Never miss a week. Everything's consistent. Go check it out.
Check it out. Get over there. AJ MMA Fight Fiend Forecast on Instagram, Discord, Patreon, TikTok. You see all the platforms. Smash the links in the description below. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you have not yet. I got one forecast play of the day, every sport: NBA, NHL, NFL, MLB. Once that starts cooking back up. Last night I had Utah. They were not able to beat the Penguins. Thought they would. Put a last minute bet down. 3-1 odds on Utah. At home, they could not pull it off. I'm looking to bounce back with a Canadian team. Canadian swag. Montreal Canadiens putting belt ass versus the Anaheim sucks. Yeah.
Man.
At home, revenge spot. Montreal Canadiens putting belt ass here. Both teams played last night, and the Ducks are sucking right now in Canada. They're on a road trip in Canada, not looking too good. I think Montreal gets revenge here. They recently played each other. So let's get the Habs.
I was going to say I did Minnesota today. I got Minnesota over the Maple Leafs.
Leafs beef.
Yeah, just because poor Matthews, man, that injury.
That's brutal, man.
I know, exactly.
Might have to be a Montreal Canadiens fan after that one. Montreal is doing much better this season, looking like a playoff team. Toronto probably tanking for that 5th top pick in the draft. We got a stacked NHL draft. Looking at the NBA, I've been playing a lot of under total points. I had the Celtics, Wizards last night under. The night before, I had another under. Today, I'm looking at the Pistons and Raptors under 223 points. Pistons went over this number in their last 4. Raptors went over this number in their last 2. Raptors very well known to go under this number. I think the Pistons are very due for an under in this spot. In Toronto, close spread. We're taking that under 223. Raptors, Pistons in the NBA. There are the 2 forecasts of the day. AJ, what's your play in the NBA today?
So for today, I got, let me just go double check it real quick. Yeah, everything's on my story just in case. But...
Prelim Tim has the Knicks today, I'd say.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got the Knicks. I'm a Warriors fan, but yeah, the Knicks today, just with all the injuries. I have them minus 3.5. Seems pretty good. Trailblazers plus 5.5. The whole Philadelphia 76ers lineup is pretty much out today. Just a bunch of young guys. And then in about 1 hour, I got OKC taking on the Timberwolves money line straight up. And then I got Cleveland at home taking on the Mavericks. So I think that's a pretty good one. But I'm down to give everybody a little lock of the day. Something light. Coming in at a minus 142. I know it doesn't seem trustworthy, but I've done a little bit of research and I'm 8 out of 10 confidence on it. Okay. I like Cleveland Guardians preseason baseball over the Athletics.
Let's go. Let's hit a dinger today, AJ.
There we go.
You got some plays, all sports. We're on Instagram. Check the stories. AJ's on there. Plug it out one more time, AJ. What a fucking heater you are on. 2 for 3 on props the last 2 weeks. Thank you for being here, joining the Prop Fiends, and doing the forecast report. This was a really fun event, for sure.
No, it was, yeah. I think this whole year for UFC is going to be really good. I'm going to call it right now. I feel like we're going to be having like one of those cards that's like real upsetting, just like a lot of dogs. So
yeah, I hear it.
people just got to be really aware because I feel like this year's just been too good so far. But yeah, just AJ MMA over at Instagram. I got a Discord link, so if you want to go that, just ask me on Instagram. But that's all I got right now. Love hopping on here, talking to the boys. Always try to give out some good props for the week, whether it's big or small. Should always be good.
It's always good. In the hood, we out. Peace.